Good evening, good morning, good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to Motormouth Broadcasting. Welcome into the High Point Racing IMSA Championship as we come into you tonight for the next round of this season. As we go racing out at Watkins Glen this evening, Hamish Runner here with you alongside me once again, Jim Cunningham. As we come into the home of the 6 hours of the Glen, as well as the home of NASCAR road racing as well. It's a circuit previously as a street circuit, now a permanent race course. It still has the characteristics of the street course that once was, with some added upgrades to make it a permanent race course here. Not just permanent upgrades in real life, recent upgrades in iRacing. The 3D curbs, they're going to have a part to play tonight as we go racing once again here at the Glen. Jim, it's a great night whenever we get to come to Watkins Glen. It's a fantastic circuit. I've been able to call racing here over the last 2 weeks, twice, once a week. I've been able to call it. This is the third week in a row I get to call a race here at Watkins Glen. It's a fantastic circuit. It's one that I have a lot of rapport with myself. I love driving here, love calling action here as well, and it often leads to some very, very good racing. So for an hour tonight, we get to go multi-class racing around this place, and these drivers, in my opinion, should have plenty of laps around here. It often is in the official calendar. It has a special event dedicated to it on the iRacing service as well. If they have not had any laps around here, they've either been living under a rock or they've only just joined iRacing.
I agree. This is good to be here with you, by the way. It's Watkins Glen. You know, everybody, this track has been in every video game all through the years. You know, it's arguably, you know, that and Laguna Seca are the two classic racing circuits in America that appeared in all the video games through the years and stuff. So, yeah, anybody that doesn't know this circuit is definitely new to racing in general because it's been around a long time. And it's a great course, Formula One track here in the United States. I believe it was the first Formula One track in the United States, just after World War II, I believe. Great course, man. Great track. I love it. Love calling action here. Usually pretty exciting. Good racing. Usually some drama along the way somewhere.
Normally at turn 2, 3, and 4, or at the now called Le Mans chicane, but we know it as the bus stop.
Why is everything becoming the Le Mans chicane?
Because IMSA has an obsession with Le Mans. They want to try and ride off the coattails of Le Mans as much as possible, Jim. I don't know why, but they do.
I don't get it. You know, it's happened at Daytona, and now it's happening here.
It'll happen if IMSA ever go to Charlotte. It'll be at Charlotte too. They'll claim the last chicane is the Le Mans chicane.
They have raced at Charlotte in the past.
Well, there you go.
So yeah, but I don't know that they claimed it just yet. But it was probably coming. Maybe that's why they don't race there anymore. Who knows? But actually, I think the reason that they don't race there is they took it back to VIR, which is only about 2 hours from Charlotte, so that's probably too close to have.
Don't get me started on VIR, Jim. I'd actually rather go to the Charlotte Roval than go to VIR, just personally.
See, I'm the exact opposite of that, so I feel just the opposite of that. I do not like the Charlotte Roval. But yeah,
I'm not saying I like it, but I like it more than VIR. I will claim that.
I actually like VIR.
I don't know. It's a giant field with some tarmac on it.
I mean, okay. It's an interesting circuit, though. I mean,
it's interesting, but does interesting make it good? I don't know.
I mean,
into qualifying at the moment,
they don't have the oak tree anymore.
It's true, they don't. That took away some of the interest about it. Currently in qualifying, the GTDs have already qualified. Carlos Ruiz, who's actually Christian Ruiz, who's actually, I think, misclassified on your list, Jim. I don't know why he's in the Pro-Ams. He should be a pro. He's at 2KI rating.
I believe Christian has been a Pro-Am.
No, he's been a pro the whole time. He's a pro on my list.
That doesn't mean your list is correct.
Yeah, but Le Pen has been dominating the championship, and Christian's out-qualified him by 1.3 seconds.
Well, let me look. You talk amongst yourselves right now.
Regardless,
I'm going to go look. You do your thing.
Avery Hart's gone pole position for the GTD Pros, LMP2s, currently Daniel Nans is sitting in pole position ahead of Michael Smith. John Esparta has just gone to the bottom of that timesheet. And then GTPs, Kane Crawford is currently in the pole position, but Tim Keane will be hoping to try and swiftly get past that time and get up to the top of the timesheet. He's got to gain about 0.3 of a second across this lap if he hopes to do it here tonight. This is his final lap in qualifying. We've just passed the half an hour point, so Tim will be hoping that he can put this car onto pole position across this lap. Kenneth Glodden's out there as well. We're down to just Porsche and Cadillac. Last time out, Jim, at Silverstone,
yes.
we broke the crux of Porsche
Tell us about
wins.
what happened.
We broke the curse of Porsche wins every single race, but they're still yet to lose on a dry circuit. I will keep that claim. And if they win tonight, Jim, that stat remains alive, that they're undefeated on dry road.
That sounds like
But
you've tied a
still,
knot at the end of the rope and you're just trying to hang on to it.
I will hang on to it until it slips out of my hands, Jim.
Here, I know one way that we can tell. Let's do this. Let's pull this
I am
up right
petty
here.
on stats. Yes, we can.
Let's do this.
Let's have a look. So, Mike Nitti is now leading the Porsche. Is now leading the championship. I don't know why he's classified in the Porsche GTP. He ran the Cadillac last week, and he's in the Cadillac this week.
Well,
Very odd that it's classifying.
This has nothing to do with me here. Okay.
Well, Carlos Ruiz is in P2 at the moment. Kenneth Glodden in the Acura in P3. He's also now changed to the Porsche as well. Then we have Tim Keane in P4. Then it's Kane Crawford in P5. Nathan Biggett, Wig Santiago ahead of Faraz Ibrahim, Owen Newman, Aaron Lewis, David Dumont. I can't read it from you. It's my fault. Jacob Cotterman as well in P12. I had it on a different screen, Jim. It should have been on my better screen. The LMP2s, Daniel Nans leads the way in dominant fashion. Head of John Esparta, Jason Blaine, Michael Smith, Michael Bay. No, it's Michael Ray. Again, my eyes. They're just off, Jim. I need to go get my eyes checked, apparently. Javier Lopez, Nicholas
You're getting old.
And then Delano. I'm getting old.
Well, here, let's do this real quick because they're gridding up.
As well.
Although we do get a pace lap, so.
For the GTDs, John Weinrich is leading the Pro-Am class. Head of Jason Lepan, Liam Hubble, Sean Thomas, Trevor Thomas, Drew Halloran, Christian Ruiz, Chase Eisenberg, Tyler Hammond, and Cameron DeMonk. I don't know why then. He's been in Pro previously. They must have dropped him down. Avery Hart, Jacob Gruber, to Sean Green, Lucia Tosi, Donald Powell, Daniel Pino, Jared McKee, Brennan Smith, Zachary Glidden, and Alex Velasco at the moment for the top 10. We've got the warm-up session at the moment.
I hate being right.
For 5 minutes.
Just for the record, I don't.
He was pro at the start of the season.
First week he was, and they changed it. But aside from that, you know what? We're gonna take a look at a track map around here and allow you to do what you do best at a course that you love. So
I do love this place.
Yeah,
it's a great track. It is absolutely incredible when you get to go racing around the Watkins Glen circuit. Of course, it's been used in a multitude of racing series across the years, namely IMSA, of course, the 6 Hours of the Glen, and the NASCAR Cup Series, Xfinities, and trucks, as well as they're really the home of road course racing for the last 20 years in NASCAR. We started out on the main straight and head down towards turn 1. It's a downhill run under brakes. Good passing opportunity early. There's a lot of track extension available to you on the left-hand side of the road, but you've got to get it tucked right back in onto the curb as soon as possible to set yourself up for turn 2. We often see drivers going for big dive bombs into 1. That can then often lead to incidents happening as well, but it is a good opportunity to let pass one of a faster class of cars. Then it's the run up the hill through turn 2 and turn 3. You do not go too wide through turn 2 and turn 3. I don't know how much I can say that, Jim, but you don't go too wide through there. You tuck in behind and you wait until you hit turn 4 and end up going down the straight towards the now known Lamore chicane as you run through the bus stop. This corner has gotten much, much harder with the latest update. 3D curbs through here. We're going to see drivers ricocheting off the track and into the barrier. If you survive the bus stop, you're then going to run it down the hill through turn 5. GTs will tuck it down into 3rd gear, try and get the car tucked in, and then up under brakes down towards as we enter the boot section at turn 6 for the Laces. And as you try and get through that corner, it's slightly on camber. You can get loose in the rear end and the rear engine cars. But as we run it up towards turn 7, it's an off-camber uphill corner. Very, very tough to make the car run through there. We'll often see drivers getting loose on exit and spinning it round. And then it's down towards the heel at turn 8. Good passing opportunity once again. A little bit of track extension available to you. But the next corner you got to be cautious of, turn 9. There's a bump right on the apex of the corner as you run it through. Getting loose on the bump or putting the throttle down slightly too early, we'll see drivers spinning it around and putting it into the wall. We've seen that through High Point across last season as well. Then the run around turn 10, slight track extension available to the right-hand side, setting yourself up for turn 11. Pit stops going to be key tonight. You've got to let drivers know you're coming into pit lane because the pit entry is right on the apex of the corner. And if someone is not prepared for you to come into pit lane, they will get drilled into the back of you and you'll get spun around. Pit entry's tough. Pit exit's easy because you come right out into the line of fire and ready to attack turn 2. It's a tough course. It's got the aura of street racing about it. It was previously the center of town for the Watkins Glen Township. It is now on its lonesome as a permanent race course right here in suburban New York in the US of A. Not too far away from, of course, Buffalo, not too far away from the Canadian border as well.
Yes, much further out there than, it's a good many hours away from New York City. I think 5 or 6 hours.
Yeah, it'd be up and around, the likes of Utica and stuff like that in New York State, as that there was one of the Porsches in the GT class clobbering the wall.
Yeah, Cameron DeMunich, which I'm not familiar with.
Yeah, Cameron DeMunk. Yeah,
and,
the GTD Pro-Am class. Just put it into the wall.
And quite beautiful Apple Porsche livery, which I happen to be a big fan of. That's an old favorite of mine.
The old Apple?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I love that old Apple livery.
Remember it once being, wasn't it once on the old GTP? Like when it changed?
No,
before it changed
it was
to
actually
LMP1.
run on the old Porsche. I don't think it was the 911. I don't remember what the model was. Maybe the 9. I don't know. I don't remember. But it was that old. It was the old, like.
Was it the 928?
I don't know. I can't remember. But it was that real one that kind of had the boxy fenders a little bit.
Yes.
And that's where it debuted at as we just finished up warm-ups here. That worked out well.
Yeah. We'll get ourselves over to the race start in a moment's notice. We'll see if it is a full lap of the Watkins Glen circuit under pace car. I believe it might be.
Really?
We'll see. I mean, a half lap only goes from the Cup circuit. Is going to be a full. It is going to be a full lap. It's not going to be a half lap, so we have plenty of time to run through the grid here prior to the race start tonight.
Well, if I pull it up, you'll have plenty of time. Otherwise, not as much.
Well, that's true. The starting grid, there will be as follows. Kane Crawford will start pole position alongside Aaron Lewis on the front row of the grid. Tim Keane, Mike Nitti Jr. on the second. Kenneth Glodden, Wig Santiago will start ahead of Carlos Ruiz in the GTP class. Daniel Nans then starts pole for the LMP2s ahead of Michael Smith and Greg Stull, with Nathaniel Fryman and John Esparta for our top 12. The GTDs, well, Avery Hart will start pole for the GTD Pros alongside Jacob Gruber, with Lucia Tosi on the second row of that field. Christian Ruiz will start pole for the Pro-Ams ahead of Sean Green and Jed Cotterman. Jason Lepay and Liam Hubble starting ahead of John Weinreich, Donald Powell, Chris Coy, and Sean Connors for the top 24. It'll then be Cameron DeMunk and Daniel Pino at the back of the field. I don't think Daniel's actually starting this race, and it seems that Kenneth Glodden will be starting from pit lane. Could be a good strategy here, Jim, because doing the warm-up lap will actually waste a lap of fuel, and if he knows he's at the back of the GTP field, saving a full lap of fuel can be money in this race. Now, it'll work out best for him if he's allowed to leave pit lane once the GTPs have started the race. If he has to wait for the GTDs to start, he may be a little bit cooked.
Yeah, I don't know if how that's going to work out. We'll have to see. I would think they would hold him, but that could be wrong. We shall see. Let's see here.
Time will tell.
Yes.
We get to see that beautiful BMW M2 safety car as well.
Oh, yeah, there it is, huh?
Yeah, it's gorgeous.
You're a big fan, I know.
Safety car. I love it. I love it. My league in particular, we run a live safety car, and we use the actual M2. But it's good that they now have the M2 as a safety car variant in iRacing. It means that if we don't have our safety car driver one night, we can just use the iRacing safety car, and it looks no different.
You got that paint job on it as well?
No, we have one that's very similar with our series sponsors on it. So, but it looks similar.
Thought we would take a different view here today.
This is a good drone shot.
It is.
Following them around the track. Whoever is driving this drone is doing a great job of actually following the circuit, Jim. They've obviously got a lot of laps under their belt. To be able to drive this backwards is fantastic.
No, I mean, or they could be flying the drone forward and have the camera facing backwards. Could be that.
This is true. They might have their sight camera forward so they can see where they're going and just hope and pray they're filming correctly.
Yeah, well, could be that as well.
Could be. Aaron Lewis in the chat. Howdy, it's one of my favourite Australians, and Jim. He could have said for Jim one of my favourite Cajuns possibly, or
Texan, one of the two.
Yeah, Texan, something like that.
Yeah, no love at all. I see how it is.
With an average height of 6'6" in this booth.
Well, I got some bad news for you. Okay, I had a doctor's appointment yesterday, and they actually measured my height, and Kane is running.
Are you shrinking?
Yes. It was not easy for me to accept either.
Have you gone down to 6'7", Jim?
No, I'm 6'6".
Oh my God.
6'6".
Okay, with an average height of 6'5", then in the booth now.
That's right. It's so true, man. It's killing me too. You don't even know how bad that's bothering me.
That top shelf just got a little bit further away.
Oh man!
As we come around the final corner, we'll get this race started with the GTPs to get us going down towards turn one for the first time. It'll be lights out at Watkins Glen as Kane Crawford gets us underway at the Glen this evening. As we run down towards turn one, the LMP2s are about to get their race started as well in behind them. Couple of moves being made already. It's a little scramble amongst the GTPs. LMP2s have settled themselves in for this race start a little bit further back. The GTDs just coming around now as well. Avery Hart gets them going. Culloden has had to wait for the GTDs, and there's already contact in behind them. That there was Donald Powell, who just went around in the Corvette. So didn't even make it to the start-finish line before a moment's already happened in this race, Jim.
Wow, yeah, this is,
Mike Nitty as well, up at turn 2-3.
Ooh, Mike Nitty, our last week's winner, man, has knocked the front end off of that thing. Holy cow.
Well,
that's not going to buff out.
No, it won't. We can see in the bottom corner, we can watch the green flag start as we follow along with those GTPs. Well, we're about to find out, Jim, as we watch back from the replay of the race start. So they got going pretty well. It was a little scramble amongst them, but as they came down through to, I'm going to assume he's either tried to go too wide with someone, i.e. possibly Tim Keane, and it hasn't worked out well for him through turn two, or someone's tried to go too wide with him. It looks like it was Wig Santiago who tried to go too wide with him. He then lost the rear end on cold tires, so they actually made it through fine too wide. It was just a self-made mistake and put it into the wall ever so slowly.
Yes.
Whilst that was happening, that was then Donald Powell going around, which we're going to need a better view of that, actually, because he, as he just pulled off the Corvette move of, well, why are you trying to pass someone before you're actually to the start-finish line? That was Jed Cotterman he was trying to go past. You cannot pass someone until you get to the control line.
Jed Cotterman's in here tonight? I didn't even know that.
He is.
Holy
he is,
cow,
racing in the Merc.
Look, in the Merc. No kidding.
Yeah.
Look at him.
Yeah.
All right.
But yeah, that's the question I've got to ask you there, Jim, because I actually think there's not as much, I don't think there's actually much fault on Jed for that one, because I asked the question to Donald then, why are you passing before you even get to the start-finish line? Why are you trying to go side by side down the straight? You're on the race start.
Yeah, I don't know where that's okay at, so I would have to agree with you there. Not really sure where that's acceptable. Just like, as far as what happened with Wig Santiago, Yes, Nitty spun on his own, but did he spin on his own because he was on cold tires and trying to hold it off from hitting Santiago, who put him too wide through turn 2 through the S's?
Yeah, cold tires and offline.
Right.
It's never going to work out well, you know. So,
Yeah,
you then got to ask the question, well, why are you trying to go too wide at turn 2 on lap 1? Sometimes questions have got their own answers, but we'll let everyone else out there come up with their own for those ones. It's already been a couple of pit stops, of course, in this race. Mike Nitty's been in, of course, on lap 1 after his incident. So did Donald Powell. Kenneth Glodden started in pit lane on lap 1. Apparently, he's been in pits 3 times, Jim.
Who?
I don't know how he's pulled that off. We're only on lap 3. Kenneth Glodden, but I think that's because he joined pits at the start for the warm-up, left the car, went back to pits, something like that. I don't know. Chris Coy, as well, is down the order. Liam Hubbull, I believe, is already out of this race, actually. He hasn't made much of a go of it here this evening, unfortunately for him. GTDs have spread out a little bit, which is often the case with Watkins because so many drivers have got so many laps around here throughout these classes of car that inevitably they will spread because everyone has a different pace at this circuit. But it's actually surviving the circuit that is the bigger challenge of anything. Surviving your battles and surviving the track itself, especially with these updated curbs. I guarantee you, Jim, someone is going to go into the wall tonight at Le Mans chicane.
Oh, with those curbs? Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, with the curbs. Yeah. Someone will ride the curbs at the wrong angle, and they'll either put it into the wall in the bus stop, or they'll put it into the wall on the exit.
Yeah.
We just have to bide our time and wait for it to happen.
Agreed.
Battles, though, are already underway as Michael Smith battles away with Greg Stuhl in the LMP2 class. It's good to see some LMP2s out on track tonight, Jim.
Yes.
I love the LMP2 car.
Yeah, that's been a bummer, man.
Severely underrated car. Sorry, that was a car going around in the background. That was John Esparta on the small screen there as we ride on board.
LMP2s.
Yep. He's just towed it back to pit lane as we ride on board with Big Santiago up in the big screen as well. It's a good camera angle from you, Jim. Getting those in-car cams going.
Yeah, working it a little bit as he goes by. Yeah. Ruiz here, going to dive bomb it into the bus stop here. This could be the one that takes him home. Let's see. No, made it through there safely that time.
He got it through there nicely. Jed Cotterman still battles away here as well with Tashawn Green. This is an enticing battle, of course. Both drivers have been involved in the GT Challenge. Of course, Jed is the admin of the GT Challenge series. Both of them have battled away in that one before as Jed looks to come past Tashawn here down towards turn 1. Gets that move made. Nice job there from Jed.
Yeah, it's good to see Jed over here racing.
Christian Ruiz.
He had talked about coming over and running an LMP car. I would have liked to have seen that. I actually did a LMP race this afternoon. I was telling you that I had screwed my microphone settings up earlier before we came live on air, and I did a race I did an LMP2 race at Le Mans today. And
was that in iRacing or in Le Mans Ultimate?
No, it was in iRacing. It was all the IMSA series this week are at Le Mans. And that's because they have the 14
24-hour is this weekend.
No, it's not. It's the 1,440 minutes or for.
That's right.
14,000, whatever it is. Yeah.
1,440 minutes.
Yes. Yeah, exactly. The 1440 of Le Mans.
You know what? I like it.
Do you?
It's a creative name. Yeah, I like it.
Yeah, it's creative. It was creatively a way to do the 24-hour of Le Mans without calling it that.
Well, it's like when WEC went to Sebring the weekend before the Sebring 12-hour. And, of course, they can't call it the 12-hour, so they call it the 1,200 kilometres of Sebring. It just so happens it takes 12 hours to do 1,200 kilometres of that track. So, that's how they worked that one out. And they went by laps. They didn't go by time. So I could have gone faster than 12 hours, but unfortunately they got a lot of safety cars, so it still did.
Yeah, it's pretty funny.
have John Weinrich as well, battling away with Sean Connors here in the GTD Pro-Am class. He'll tuck it up the inside of the last corner and look to get this done before turn one. Still a great-looking car, that Porsche.
You need to read chat. The love is
I
flowing.
know.
The love is flowing my way now.
I really feel it from
And
Jan in the chat.
I
It's one
hate
of my favorite broadcasters, and Hamish as well.
Yes, and I have to say that Aiden Kelly's done popped in here, or Kylie's done popped in here too. Yeah, well, to be honest, the one that I happen to be the favorite broadcaster of is much more attractive than the one who's the favorite Australian. Aaron is.
Hang on. Are you claiming that Aaron is less attractive than my partner, or
yes,
I'm less attractive than you?
No, well, that too, but that's another story for another day.
Whoa.
I was referring.
I have my full head of hair still, Jim.
What does that have to do with anything? I shaved my head.
Oh, well, you know.
It's a choice.
That's a choice you certainly made.
But I was referring to your partner being much more attractive than Aaron, is what I was referring to.
I would agree with that. Sorry, Aaron, but not sorry at the same time.
Right.
Aiden, though, in the chat though, how was the start? The start was a little bit chaotic, actually, Aaron. We had a GT car go round at the final corner before even making the start-finish line because they attempted an overtake on the warm-up lap.
Yeah, that happened.
And then we also had a GTP car go into the wall at turn 2 because he was forced offline and on cold tyres, and round she went. Aside from that, we've all petered out into our own little separate zones as Tim Keane comes through the GTD traffic here. That's really put John Weinrich offline slightly.
What was that
through
line?
The final corner.
That line, I don't know if you were there for that one actually, but it was somebody came up with a line that said Tim Keane was flashing his headlights like a German businessman on the Autobahn.
I think that was you that said that.
No, it came from somebody else. I absolutely stole it.
I was here for it.
No, I stole it from somebody else.
Okay.
Did I credit myself with it? Because that's entirely possible as well.
I think you might have.
I might be that guy too. So, speaking of Aaron Lewis, his paint scheme he's running is pretty sweet. I have to say that.
Yeah, the nice white look on that car.
No, I like it. I really
must
do.
say, although I'm not as disappointed, Jim, because he's still running my paint that I made for him. But Tim's not actually running the God Bless America paint that I made for him for this season. He's gone
back to the one from last season. Yeah.
Yeah, he's back to the other one that I made for him as well, which I don't hate. I still get promotion because he's still running the paint that I made for him. But yeah, he said he was going to run the blue one all season, but he's gone back to the red.
Speaking of liveries, we one of the series sponsors here is Monster Designs, and they do all of the High Point Racing team liveries, and I think they even put some liveries up as prizes for the end of season stuff, free liveries for guys.
Yeah, I believe that isn't it the champions can get a free livery from them or something like that?
I believe, and then I know that there was one little thing we did last year where I think best livery or like best something. The winner of a certain race got a free livery. That's what it was.
That's right.
Yeah,
that's right.
Yeah, with like a race or two to go.
And I believe it's the same this season as well, and it's whichever one on the schedule might have that sponsorship next to it. Possibly is the one that.
Maybe
is available to it. That's the only info we can really go off of.
Right. Yeah, well, I'll get.
We are already. We'll figure it out.
Yeah, we'll get the goods on that later.
We are already 11 minutes into this race. Jacob Gruber's starting to put pressure on John Weinrich. Poor start from Jacob. He's already down 5 positions in this race, so he's got some work to do to get back up to where he started this one in the Castrol McLaren. Of course, one of the championship favourites at the moment in the GTD Pro class, but he's got some work to do because Avery Hart has swung the momentum at this point of the season and is starting to come back fighting, as is Lucia Tosi.
We need to give her a shout out.
She has been very impressive over the last few weeks. If the reason for Lucia not coming in here to chat to us is because she may not speak English, we completely understand.
Yes.
We humbly request that Daniel Pino comes and translates for us because we need to give her flowers. Or Carlos.
Either one of them.
Or Christian.
Yeah, anybody that can
translate
translate and wants to come in, she needs to get her props. She absolutely crushed it last week. third place overall in a GTD car in the rain. And I think you probably could argue that she was the only car in that race that didn't have an issue.
Yeah.
Because I'm pretty sure that the GTP winner had some trouble but was able to recover because they're so much faster. But she had a phenomenal race. Not to mention, 2 weeks prior, she was in a four-way battle on the last lap and got bumped out of the way by an LMP2 car. But she was in a last lap battle for first place in the GT Pros with the likes of Pino and Avery Hart, and so she is on a roll as well. And here she is running right behind Avery Hart in second place right now. Probably knowing her, conserving her tires and saving a little fuel out there. Because she's a smart racer like that. I actually went and found her on Twitter, and not Twitter. I mean on Twitch, and watched some of her streams just to check her out. She does speak Spanish. I don't know that she doesn't speak English, but she does speak Spanish. But I watched some of her racing, and man, I tell you what, she's fast.
She is very, very fast.
Yeah.
And I think she deserves the props for being so fast.
Agreed.
But regardless of that, we continue on in this race. We are...
Uh-oh, what happened to Groove?
Oh, Jacob Gruber. He's still going. He's gotten past them now.
No, he had a wreck, though.
Oh my God!
Here,
Yeah, his car's got some damage on it.
Let me see what happened here. I'll go back to my slow motion.
Oh, so he caught the. So this would be when he actually lost P2. So this was earlier in the race when he dropped positions. So that was how he dropped spots. He hasn't had another one, I don't think.
Well, that was on lap 6, so that was 2 laps ago.
Yeah. So that's him now on his comeback train. Is trying to get back through the field. As we head back to live, we'll see that. Oh, that was
close.
No, there's not much he could have done for the rejoin. He's trying to do his best.
No, that's one of those.
Kane Crawford. Yeah, it's just one of those things you got to try and take with a grain of salt. Kane Crawford is in a dominant position at the moment. Kenneth Glodden is trying to make his way through the field. He's now into the back of Nathaniel Fryman as they run it down towards the bus stop chicane
still
once
driving?
again.
Yeah, he's back in the Porsche. I was really hoping he was going to stick with the Acura, man. I wanted to see a little variety across the field here. You know what I mean? It's kind of a bummer to me.
I'm waiting for a BMW, a Ferrari.
Acura. Well, we had Ferraris last season at least.
We had the Ferraris last season,
but we've had only Acura was him for 1 or 2 races, and I don't know that have we ever had a BMW since we've been here. I don't think so.
Yeah, we have. We did last season.
Okay.
Yeah, we did last season. We haven't had all of them in the same race.
No.
We yet to have a full field of GTP manufacturers.
Hey, look at his pinstripes on this car, man. How they kind of fade out. I like that.
Oh yes, he's got the outer glow on them.
Yeah, he does. I like that.
Yeah, it looks good.
No, it does look good. I think it's cool. I mean, it's not something that you would normally think about doing, but I actually like the look.
I think when it is a more basic paint, doing little highlights like that really highlight the areas that are your point of design, and I think that works quite well. Where it's a very well. Is that Bob Ross on the back of his car?
I think it is.
Respect.
Hold on.
Respect Aaron Lewis for having Bob Ross on his car. We'll see here as Nathaniel Fryman is into pit lane now. Oh, that's big damage on his car.
Oh. Big
I don't think it is Bob Ross. Is it Bob Ross's son? It could be Bob Ross's son. Oh, no, it's not.
No, I don't know who that is.
Not at all. I don't know who it is. Someone who looks like Bob Ross is not Bob Ross. So Fryman's into pit lane. Let's try and... I'm about to find out. I don't have a thing to click on there to go straight back to, so I'm actually going to have to rewind. and figure out why this happened to Nathaniel. Oh, did he lose it? Oh my God!
Oh, it's a massive wreck going into pit lane.
It is.
All right.
It is a massive wreck.
Oh no, he wasn't going into pit lane. He wrecked. It just ended up in pit lane.
So Weinrich wrecks.
Oh, they both wrecked. Okay, and they both.
Fryman.
Yeah, neither one of them were going into pit lane. That's just where they ended up.
No, that's where they ended up. Now, unfortunately for him, he'll have a stop hold, which he's currently serving.
Yes.
Because it was an unsafe pit entry.
Yeah,
it's the same for John Weinrich as well, who'll have to come into pit lane now when he comes back around.
For a lack of a better term, that's a little bit chicken poop. You know, I'm not a...
Yeah, that's, you know, unfortunately for Nathaniel, his race has probably now been ruined by, unfortunately, another driver's mistake. Now, it wasn't it was on purpose. There was no maliciousness behind it. No,
I meant
John
the chicken...
trying to hold his line, he got loose.
The chicken poop portion of that was the fact that he's got to serve a
getting
stop.
The black flag.
Yeah, because, I mean, it's not like he had an unsafe entry. He wrecked into the entry, and it wasn't even his fault to wreck.
I know, but it's unfortunately with the iRacing system, it's classified him as having an unsafe entry because he's crossed the solid line and has technically entered the pit lane.
I mean, I get it.
So,
I fully understand why it's happening. I just don't think that is a warranted penalty. He's already been penalized quite a lot by the fact that he was involved in a wreck that wasn't of his own making, and to also have to do another 40 seconds of stop and go or whatever it is to, you know, I don't know. It's just an opinion. I still love this livery. I loved it at Petit Le Mans when I was watching Petit Le Mans. I loved the liveries on the Porsche and on the LMP2, and I still love it, and I'm glad they're still running it. That's an interesting camera angle. Is that one of yours? That's got to be one of yours.
That is one of mine. This is a little throwback camera angle that they used to have in supercars, where they'd have it in the opposite footwell, looking back up at the driver. You find really interesting camera angles, Jim, when you're just looking around in old races. And
I watch a lot of old races. I just recently subscribed to that IMSA, like the IMSA Vintage channel or whatever, and with all those like 1980s, like, you know, Group C and GTP type, that era, you know, that was such a good era for sports car racing.
Oh, it really was.
Yeah, the Lowenbrow Porsche and you know, and
so
Nissan
into pit lane comes Cameron DeMonk at the moment.
Oh,
can confirm as well. Cameron DeMonk. Shout out Crazy Badger 12 on Twitch. Cameron will know the reference. I found his stream.
Oh.
I was looking for Lucia's and I found his.
Oh.
So.
Well, you should have showed that very awesome paint job that he's running, because it's one of my all-time favorite paint schemes. And we got to see it. We got to see it in a pre-race accident. But
there it is right there. Oh, that might be an unsafe exit.
Oh, he did cross the yellow line, didn't he?
He's very lucky he didn't get a black flag. That was very, very tight of an unsafe exit.
Ooh. Yeah. He hasn't got one yet. That doesn't mean it might not pop up.
He hasn't got one. No, it would have been. No, it would have been instant.
Look at that beauty.
If he had got that, it would have been instant. Oh, it looks great. It is a great looking car.
I love those.
You really, you know, I love a Porsche throwback, Jim.
Of course,
it's just something about
them.
You
love anything Porsche.
Well, of course, not all the time. But of course, you know, there's the classic redacted blue, white, red, and gold livery. We can't say what sponsor was on the side of the car because we're not meant to advertise those products anymore. But it's a certain nicotine product.
Well, I don't know that we can't. I don't know that
together.
We can't say the words.
Oh, I suppose we can. The Rothmans Porsche.
Yeah. You know, I mean, you can say John Player Special. That was a cigarette as well, wasn't it?
That's true. That's true. The Marlboro.
Yeah.
Hey, you know what? I've said Marlboro a lot.
Yeah. I mean,
on stream. Marlboro.
Marlboro.
Marlboro. So Avery Hart has
that was
just
my brand
taken,
of choice back in the day when I used to do that.
Yeah, the old Marlboro Golds.
Well, I did smoke
Marlboro
the gold.
Lights.
Yeah, well, light 100s, but yes, that was a long time ago. I know do those bad things anymore.
Hey, take our lessons, children. Don't
don't
use nicotine products.
Do not. I mean, the thing is, it's not cool anymore. You know, like it's really frowned upon now. When I was still a teenager, it was still cool to smoke. And look at.
So Christian Ruiz is down to pit lane. So we're getting well into pit lane territory here, as Lucia is just getting absolutely hounded.
Yeah.
By the lapping traffic.
She is.
Daniel Nance as well.
She's a good bit behind Avery, though. I mean, I don't know if she's conserving or if Avery's just on a tear, but holy cow.
Oh, he could be on a tear. I wouldn't put it past him to be on a tear.
I mean...
But he's doing a very, very good job right now. Daniel Nance has just gone past him, actually, so for a brief moment there, which we still do, we have the race leader of the GT Pros and the LMP2s on track together. Tim Keane, Aaron Lewis in the pit lane now. Yeah, so the Keane Lewis racing cars are in.
That's good.
Getting their fuel put on board.
Let's see, Kane should probably be, you would think, coming in the next lap or so. I mean, we'll see. He's been, it's hard to say if he's been conserving or not.
Well, I suppose we will get a good.
It does not appear
view of
his last lap was a 1:32.0. So
I doubt he is saving all that much in comparison to Keane and Lewis, but they might just be playing the game of let's just get consistent pit stops in.
Yeah, sure.
And get some consistent points on the board.
Well, they also could just be getting the whole let's get our pit stop in. We've saved. We don't have to make a longer pit stop. His pit stop may be longer, and they may undercut him, down the road or something.
Well, I suppose maybe they're thinking of the undercut strategy of pit early if they only need one stop to get home.
Right.
Because realistically, if he makes another 5 minutes, it is a one-stop race.
For him, yes, absolutely.
So, well, yeah, for him. So, and then if he makes, as Carlos Ruiz has just had an off-track further back, so... Running it slightly wide at turn 9. He did indeed. He's gotten it going again, though. Didn't really tap the ball too hard. Wig Santiago's in. So then the thought is he would need to make 35 minutes for them to know they can get home from this point. If he only makes 30, then it's going to be a splash to the end, which is going to make it a lot harder to the end point of this race. So Wig will come in and he'll get himself prepped up and ready to go. Battling away for the LMP2 class at the moment. Michael Smith trying to chase down Mike Nitty, who is in the GTP class. He's got 9.7 seconds between him and Daniel Nans at the lead of this class at the moment. Greg Stull is 54 seconds back, although he has taken a pit stop in that time. So there has been a little bit of contamination in the LMP2 field at the moment. They'll reset themselves after the pit stop happens. It'll be the same for some of the GTD cars as well. Majority of the Pro-Ams have been in. Only John Weinrich and Sean Connors have not been through pit lane at this point in time. Gruber to Sean Green, Jed Cotterman, Lucia Tosi and Avery Hart are the only pros to have not ever been through pit lane. Powell came in on lap 1 due to that lap 1 incident on the warm-up lap as well. So pros are able to go a little bit longer than the Pro-Ams, it seems. Maybe a little bit more fuel saving, or maybe just staying consistent is the key. But pit stops are about to get in full effect as Nans and Smith are in. Kane Crawford, the race leader's in. So that says to me it's a 2-stopper tonight, Jim. So we'll see if there was any undercut possible for Tim Keane and Aaron Lewis when they came through pit road. Although it was 7.5 seconds with Lewis back to Keane, so I'd say no for Lewis, possibly for Keane. We'll see how this plays out, though.
Well, he took a pretty quick stop there, so he's already back out.
No, that was Nans who just came out. Then Kane's still in. He's now leaving.
You're right. My bad.
Actually, no, he's not even leaving yet. That's another LMP2. Now he's leaving. So out comes Kane Crawford. Keane down the straight's going to have at least 4 seconds between him and the race leader after the pit stops.
Yeah, but he's coming
as Jacob Gruber has just had a moment, and I said it would happen, Jim, at the bus stop chicane. He has launched that car over the second curb.
Man. He got victim of that inside curb, and then he caught the outside, the outer curb, the exit curb sideways, and that's really bad. Oh, yeah, he got both ends of that car, too. He tore the front and rear end off that car.
He did.
And that's his second moment, right? So he should have no fast repair or anything, right?
That's if he's used his fast repair
Didn't
yet
he
or
have
not. This was
didn't
the
he have
ride
an
on board.
in the beginning of the race?
He did, but he hasn't been in the pit lane yet.
Oh, okay. All right.
Oh, it's a wild ride.
Oh, yeah, he tore that one up.
Jacob Gruber. Let's watch it at full speed. Oh, and it's an instant.
Yeah.
It's literally an instant. No time to react.
In slow motion, you could see it coming because he clearly had lost it. That car was heading for that exit curb the wrong direction, and you could just see it coming. But again, that's in slow motion. At full speed, that's uncorrectable at that point for sure. Which is probably all, if you go back and watch that incident from the beginning, it probably started on entry. He probably launched it on entry and was trying to recover it, which is the reason it come off that inside curb sideways. It's a good chance that's the case.
With the magic of television, Jim, we can do that.
Yes,
so
we can.
Let's watch this at full speed and see what it was like on the initial entry. Oh, yeah. Way too tight.
Yep.
Way too tight through the first part, and that just ruined the whole run.
Yep. It definitely launched there. And when you land that hard, that car you don't have control of it, and it started, like you could initially save it, kinda, but not really.
Here we go. We're gonna get a TV view of this.
Oh,
look at that!
Oh my gosh, man! Did he launch it? Holy cow! See, it looks like he's still got control, but he doesn't. The car's already sliding.
He's
way
too tight.
inside. Yeah, and then that's it. It's all over from there.
Yeah, it's done and dusted.
Wow, huh? How about that launch, man?
Oh, pure launch. Pure launch.
I mean, he had both front tires 2-3 feet off the ground.
So Michael Smith and Greg Stuhl battling away here. It's the closest battle we have on track at the moment. And it is amongst the LMP2 class. Everyone else is spread out just slightly now, but with the amount of incidents we're having here, plus also the off-traction get of this circuit, Jim, we're in the past halfway stage. We could still see a safety car called here tonight.
Oh, absolutely.
Thanks to the incident limit being hit.
Oh.
There's been multiple cars in the wall.
I mean, I'm looking on mine that's showing the off tracks, which is nowhere near accurate. It doesn't even remotely count them all, and there's quite a few. So Mike Nitti Jr. is back in the pits. Of course, he pitted very early in the race with after he had that incident and knocked the front end off that thing. So that tells me, I think this might be his last stop. Maybe.
Oh, it'll be tight. I think he'll need some fuel save. It's because he might need an extra lap to get home from here. And that will be very, very tough. Jim, I've also just noticed we both had the roll bar cam on then.
Did we?
On this battle.
Oh.
Yeah, we did.
I wasn't, to be honest.
That's fine.
We probably could actually just go to one camera right now for a little while. There's not a whole lot of massive.
I think that would be fine.
Massive action going on. Right now, everybody's in that settled down
multiple
state.
cars are in. The GTD pros have gone to half an hour, Jim, so it's going to be a one-stop for them.
Yeah.
So Lucia Tosi, Jed Cotterman to Sean Green are all into pit lane. Avery Hart came in one lap ago. So, actually, no, it was 2 laps ago. So they've actually gone an extra 2 laps than Avery Hart did. And this could be brilliant strategy if they can pull this off for a one-stop strategy. As Crawford is trying to traverse this traffic, Look at how much speed and look at how aggressively he attacks that.
Yeah, but did you see the reaction of the Apple Porsche? I'm not sure who's driving it, but Cameron DeMerck. DeMerck swerved over, and they almost made contact, and then DeMerck was all over the headlights there. Like Kane did something wrong. He picked a really good spot to pass him on the straightaway. I don't know how much more as a GTP driver you can do than to pass the guy in the middle of a straightaway.
I don't really know what you expect of him. He passed you correctly.
Yeah, he could
at an opportune time.
Really, it was it was the perfect passing opportunity. And
I've just gone back to try and have a look at this better, just so I can see the exact moment you're talking about. So
here it comes
down the straight.
Yeah, right
here it comes.
So you see, he
got him fine.
Yeah, but and
he just didn't know he was there.
Right. He panicked, and then got all over his headlights. The only reason you get on your headlights there is to say, not to say good pass.
So I would argue here, Jim, as we're really playing on the fast forward and rewind buttons tonight.
Right. Yeah.
So
people we know would be having a coronary right now.
Oh, they would. That's what they would. So let's watch back. So currently, Cameron is not keeping himself as being, the best thing we say is keep yourself predictable.
Right.
Make your line predictable.
Right.
Now he is aiming for the outside of the track, but behind him, Kane is carrying speed, trying to come past him. So Kane's trying to carry speed to come past him. He can see as he comes up and around, Cameron's on the inside. He doesn't see Cameron coming across to the left-hand side of the track.
But he should certainly see that big, giant LMP2 car right in his mirror.
Yeah.
So he shouldn't have been moving there either. He should have stayed right where he was at, and the LMP2 car should have went around him. So he
exactly.
Again, I'm not. This is not a super criticizing moment. It's a learning moment.
No, this is a teaching moment for Cameron.
Yep. You stay right there.
He obviously can't see that Kane is right behind him. He can't see that he's right here and that he's approaching at speed. He can see on his relative that he's approaching at speed, but he can't see him necessarily in his mirrors, especially if he's running a single screen. So this is now where the importance of a relative comes into play.
Big time.
And actually understanding that it is better that you just hold your line, and if you're on the inside coming through turn 4, just hang on the inside going up to the bus stop.
At least
you've got an LMP2 car that can go around.
That's right. You got to see the LMP2 car because he's absolutely full of your mirrors. Your mirrors are full of it. So just stay where you're at. Let the LMP2 car come around you. You got plenty of time to get over to the other side of the track, and then an incident like that doesn't happen. Again, not picking on him. No accident was caused. None of that stuff. But just a simple learning moment for anybody watching who's doing this type of racing. Right. That is what makes a good multi-class racer, especially in a slower vehicle. You just stay where you're supposed to be and let them pass you. Believe me, nobody was guiltier of that than me. I used to try to get out of everybody's way, and it used to cause trouble, and you just don't do it. But aside from that, now we're off of that. I'm back to this battle here between Michael Smith and Greg Stull, and Stull got by him at some point while we were focusing on something else. So I pulled it up here. So let's go back and see the pass that happened.
Okay, so running it wide was Michael Smith down at turn 8, and as they came around turn 9, he didn't quite have the run through the corner. Still, well, he did exactly what we often say, Jim. He maximised corner exit, and he has gotten that job done. And that is the best possible way you can ever make a move on circuit that doesn't put too much risk at yourself or at your competitor.
Yep.
It really reads much higher reward to the risk factor of, comparing it to dive bombing somebody. You're high risk for mid reward, where exiting corner, trying to get the job done, it's minimum risk, maximum reward.
Absolutely.
So that's worked out well there for Greg. And we head back to live. They are still battling quite close. It is out now to just over a second. Jed Cotterman and Christian Ruiz are battling for overall GTD position as well. As Christian leads the Pro-Am class at this stage. Jed in his first outing tonight in the Pro class on the podium at the moment, up 3 positions. He's moved away from the Ford Mustang that we've previously known him to drive over to the Mercedes. So he's taken he's gone from an American engineered and, you know, they have ties in Germany for German-built cars like the Ford Focus and the Ford Fiesta, to a German-engineered and German-built car in the Merc AMG. So he is rocking and rolling in the front-engine beast.
Well, to be fair, this track is probably not the best track for the Mustang. The Mustang is a horsepower car, you know, and this track is a lot more about handling, I think, than
I drove it. I drove it in a 6-hour here, Jim. It was fine.
The Mustang?
Yeah.
Well, I'm not saying you can't drive it. I'm just saying that the Merc is probably a better suited car for this track anyway.
Yeah, I would claim Watkins really, and we can see it on the timesheets. It suits the Porsche. It suits the Merc, and it probably also suits the Ferrari or the BMW.
Well, BMW, I think, and the Mustang are pretty similar, just high horsepower. The difference is that the BMW is a lot smoother over the curbs than the Mustang is. At least that's been my experience. I've just recently started driving the BMW. I didn't used to like how soft the suspension, it was almost like driving a luxury car, you know.
Oh, you know what though, Jim? Whenever the Bathurst 12-hour comes around, BMW is always a go-to for practice and testing. It's a great car at Bathurst.
It doesn't surprise me. Who are you riding on board with there? Oh, you're with...
this is currently Jed Cotterman, still battling away with Christian Ruiz, so they continue their run in chance at a podium for the GTDs overall. Tim Keane has been back in pit lane, so has Aaron Lewis, so they've actually gone early on their pit stops and gone to critical time, probably plus a lap to get home.
Interesting.
In the hopes that they can maybe undercut something in this race. It's a good strategy from them. Keeps them out of the battle, but also keeps them in clean air.
Are they in clean air?
Allows them. Oh, they are at the moment. They got 13 seconds between them and the next car in their class. They've got a little bit of class action ahead of them.
Sounds like a law firm.
It does sound like a law firm.
That used to be wasn't that your line way back in the day? Didn't you used to use
which one?
That sounds like a law firm when you'd go Lewis, Ruiz, and Clodden. That sounds like a law firm.
Yes.
Yeah, okay.
I think it was Lewis and Keane. Lewis and Keane. It sounds like a law firm.
Right, yeah. But that was way back when we were doing like some GT3 series or something. And I think we probably got fired for talking too much.
Probably. I'm sure it was. We talk a lot.
We do.
It's our job.
It is our job. Especially when there's not a ton of action on track, you sometimes have
we've got a bit of action happening.
We do.
Well, sometimes you got to be creative.
It's starting to come back together as the race is nearing that 45-minute mark. This
is what happens once first pit stop normally separates people. Second pit stop brings them back together again and really puts the pressure back on a lot of drivers. Will it put ultimate pressure on everybody? Probably not, because it doesn't bring everyone back together again like some magical magnet.
No, there's some big gaps out there. Like
there's some big gaps
Hart
out there.
is absolute. We know how fast Lucia Tosi is, and he's pulled 30 seconds on her.
He's pulled 30 seconds now. He's pulled 16 seconds.
Oh, that's all. My bad.
Or 11 seconds. Yeah, it's 11 seconds. It's 43 seconds to the LMP2 car ahead of him.
Never mind. Yes, my bad. I'm not so smart. Well, then, that being said, she's made up time since the pit stops, because she was further behind him than that at the pit stop.
Yeah.
So
she has made up some good time.
She has made up some time, and we have determined that they're going all the way. No, Avery Hart may not be able to, because he pitted 2
Avery
laps
Hart
sooner.
may not be able to, but she, although he might be trying to save fuel.
Oh, maybe.
To get the car home where she saved fuel in her first stop.
Yeah, either way,
So this might bring them. Yeah, and it might bring them back together again. If he needs another stop, and I'm assuming he knows this, if he needs another stop, that's going to cook his race. He'll be done because he can't withstand another run down pit road because she doesn't need to go down pit road. So she will pass him from her pit strategy here tonight if that does happen.
Yes,
but there's still, 17 minutes on the clock. Anything can happen across those 17 minutes, whether it's another traverse down pit lane or not. We'll wait and see.
She is lapping Cameron DeMerck here, or DeMunk. I cannot say his name right.
Yeah, he's not in a Mercedes, Jim. He's in a Porsche. Come on.
What did I say? I didn't say her Mercedes.
Well, no. You said DeMerck.
Oh, that was horrible.
It's the Porsche, not DeMerck.
It is the Porsche. Cameron and the Porsche.
Yeah.
That was a good cover for me. I didn't fall into place there like I should have.
Getting that W, of course.
But yeah, I mean, so that just tells you the speed that her and Avery Hart have. That she's already lapping GTD cars that have not necessarily had issues.
I tell you what, Jim, Christian Ruiz has got this Lambo set up on rails tonight. I've just watched this thing and ridden on board with it through the bus stop.
Yeah?
He has got this car.
Well, let's take a look at it.
The Lambo.
Wait a minute, why is yours black?
I don't know. It's not loading the livery for some reason.
It's an awesome looking Coca-Cola
wide. It is nice. He has got that thing on absolute rails. It looks so smooth, and it is making the Lambo look as good as it once did 3 years ago when it first came out.
Well, to be fair, the Lambo's much more competitive now than it was a year ago.
Oh, Jed got a bad run. Oh, Christian couldn't quite take advantage. I mean, he's making a resurgence. It's good to see making a resurgence as well. It's a great car.
I mean,
unfortunately,
it
just got buried for a long period of time with the BOP.
Yes, and they, the typical iRacing stuff. New cars come out, they make them faster, and it just kind of got lost by the wayside there for a while. But, yeah, I mean, it's bouncing back. You're starting to see fast. I know Pino used to be lightning fast in the Lambo, man. Back when I first met him, that dude was a Lambo driver when nobody else was, and he was just tearing it up in that car. But yeah, Ruiz is.
My God.
Oh, here we go. This is going to get interesting.
This could be
right
hairy.
Here.
Oh,
he's going to get interesting.
Christian, take a bow. That was one of the smartest decisions I think we've seen on the road all night. Backed out of it for the bus stop because he knew exactly what was coming. There was an LMP2 car approaching, plus they had a lapped car ahead of them. There was no point pushing for P3 and risking his whole race as possibly looking to win the Pro-Am class.
Hang on to it.
As he runs it wide.
Yeah, you called him on rails, and now tuned in. He's at off track after off track.
He's out of rhythm a little bit because he's just had to make that choice. But still,
I want to go back.
That was an incredibly
since
smart
you've been the
move.
rewind king already, so I'm going to jump back here.
That's fine.
Coming up to
that was an incredibly smart move by Christian.
I mean,
he saw in his relative and in his mirrors.
Nightmare coming here. You can just see it coming
if he doesn't pull out, it is going to end so badly.
He just hit the brakes and he's like, not for me.
He's like, not today.
That was so smart right there, because that was fixing to absolutely be a giant cluster is what that was fixing to be.
Give up a second to gain a race. He's got 18 seconds to the car behind.
You don't throw away a win,
and he didn't.
You don't throw away win, sending it in there for no reason whatsoever.
Well, it's not just 18 seconds behind. He's got 1 minute and 12 seconds to the next Pro-Am car.
Right.
Like he.
Yeah, you literally would
throw
away a race there, because I mean, at this point, short of a major incident, he wins this race. I mean, he could spin it and still get back on track and have no problem.
See, it goes back, Jim, to that smart choices
Absolutely.
and driving smart, and he drove very
But
smart
that's,
there.
that is all part of the maturation process of driving these cars. And so many guys would have sent it there and then blamed the lap car for wrecking them. Yes, the lap car did wreck you, but to avoid those situations, you got to not put yourself in a spot where that lap car can wreck you. And that's what he did there. And, so many people would have sent that and then blamed the lap car there in that situation and blah, blah. You hear it all the time, especially in officials,
I think a lot of drivers also need to remember it is not up to the lapped car to get out of your way.
Exactly.
It is up to the lap car to make it to not defend you if you try to go past them. And I think that's where a lot of confusion comes in with the blue flag rule.
That's true.
It's if you're a lap car, so we'll use Cameron as an example because he was the lap car in that moment. He doesn't need to pull over and get on the brakes and let you past. He just needs to leave the door open if you're going to go for the move.
Right.
Brake a bit earlier and not defend the position.
Nitty just got by Culloden. Well,
they're battling away hard.
Yeah, well, Culloden had a little slip there, and I thought he was going to get by him, but then he managed to gather it back up and did not. What have you got going on down there on the bottom? I see pictures.
Well, that there is Greg Stoll and Michael Smith still battling for P2 in the LMP2 class.
That's been a phenomenal battle, man. Daniel Nans is running away with it up there a little bit, but 10 seconds, I guess, right?
Well, they're battling incredibly close, and they've been close this whole race. They should need another pit stop to get home. It'll be tight between them as they battle for supremacy on the podium in the LMP2 side of things. Mike Nitty still trying to chase down Kenneth Culloden inside of that LMP, inside of that GTP class further up the road as well.
I hate that that Nitty had that trouble earlier. That was a bummer.
Cameron DeMonk had a stop-hold Jim for an unsafe pit entry.
Oh.
He's now got a black flag for an unsafe pit exit as well.
Oh, compounding his problems this evening. Sometimes it happens. It happens like that, Why has Donald Powell got a meatball? What happened to Donald Powell?
He had to tow, so we'll quickly show off why this happened to... Oh, okay, so Cameron actually ran it wide, went straight into pit lane, and unfortunately he's crossed the yellow line, which is an unsafe entry.
Mm-hmm.
So he did that.
Yeah.
And then we cut forward to him leaving pits.
Do we? Are we cutting forward?
Hang on, here we go. He was still sitting there. It claimed left pits. He didn't leave yet. So let's watch this. Oh, he's blinking. So he was actually blinking while he was leaving. Blinking. So it does show it, so that's good. So he comes out of pit lane, and we saw him running a little bit wide earlier when he came out.
Less wide that time. Less wide that time than the last time. To be fair.
Interesting. I don't know why, unless it was incident points that it's giving him a drive-through. But this was Donald Powell's moment into turn one. Oh.
Man, he just kind of cooked it in there. Of course, can't lie, I've done that a few times at turn one myself. Although not as much looping it like that is just going incredibly wide.
Well, we've got 9 minutes on the clock.
Wow, this thing's flying by. Well,
it is absolutely flying by.
Let's run through our top few GTP cars up here and just kind of sum up what their evening has looked like so far. We got Kane Crawford up here. Boy, that is a good. Is that Nan's car in front of him? That was a good-looking car. That Castrol car. I like that. Sorry, I got sidetracked. Squirrel.
No, Nans is in the CrowdStrike car.
Well, whoever's in that.
That is Nathaniel Fryman, who's been involved in quite a few incidents tonight in the Castrol entry.
It's still a fine-looking entry.
Greg Stool is into pit lane.
Oh, here it is.
So Michael Smith had come in on the last lap, or a few laps ago, actually 3 laps ago, to do his last stop of the race. Actually, no, it was last lap for the LMP2s. I forgot there were a few laps down. So he came in on lap 30. Stool's now coming in on lap 31 for that class. We're, of course, on lap 33 for the overalls.
Yes.
So Stool's in. So we'll see Smith resituate with him, but he is trapped behind a little bit of GTP conference here of Clodden and Nitty, so that might have actually cost him a little bit of time because Stull's exiting now. It's actually cost him a lot of time. And what I think also cost him a lot of time was the fact that he took tyres on his stop where Stull has only taken fuel. So that has cost Michael Smith a chance at P2 in the class because Greg Stull has got 10 seconds on him.
Wow.
By only taking fuel. Smith either overfueled the car or he took tyres. Because his stop was 21.6 seconds. So he's either taken tyres or he's overfueled the car.
Wow. All right.
That's Tim Keane. Tim Keane has just gone round at the final corner.
Oh, my goodness. Let's see.
Did he? Struggle here for Tim Keane. This is how it's occurred. He's just gotten going again, as we can see on the main screen. But this is what happened to Keane. So he gets it loose on the curb. Massive snap oversteer tank slapper. Doesn't put too much damage on the car, but it's a lot of time lost.
Is Aaron going to get by him?
No, he's got 7.8 seconds on him, so I doubt that he will.
Well, his tires
Santiago's now caught up to the back of Ruiz as well, so they're going to continue their battle in the GTP class. In fact, Wig has already done his second stop. So has Mike Nitty. So actually, the battle between Nitty and Culloden, although Nitty does need another stop in this race, you would assume, Culloden's actually now got a meatball flag. He's put that car off track and will need to get back to pit lane. So a night that's gone from bad to worse for Kenneth Culloden has ended in tears down at turn 6. So Nitty looks to go past him. Culloden's run it way too deep and straight into the barrier.
Yeah, that hurts, doesn't it? They were having a nice battle there, too. I mean, so, yeah, so let's, as we got sidetracked there earlier by a big giant squirrel. Kane Crawford's your leader. He's significantly out in front now, especially since Keane had that little off-track excursion there, decided to go rally racing. And then you got Keane is still running second right now in the GTP class, even after his off-track excursions. Aaron Lewis, who I used to like, but apparently I'm not his favorite, so he's not mine anymore either, running in third. 7 seconds behind Tim, although I do like his paint scheme. And then we got Wig and Carlos back here battling away, although that battle seems to have kind of fallen away as well. Wig is pulled away from Carlos. Carlos doesn't seem to be getting on exceptionally great here this evening. Like I'm sure he likes this track. He just doesn't seem to have.
It's not gelling well with it seems.
Right. Something. It just doesn't seem that he has the pace. I mean,
maybe it's the setup. I mean,
yeah, I don't know.
I don't know.
Interesting because, he's certainly got millions of laps around here. I know that. But he just doesn't seem to have his normal pace, I don't know.
Well, we're getting into the final 5 minutes. We're now about to see how far the GTD pros can get. Avery Hart came in on lap 16 on his last attempt. He is currently on lap 32. Tosi came in on lap 18 on her last attempt. We are 4 minutes from the end. And there's thoughts here that if Tosi only needed to save one lap, she could take the race lead from Avery Hart, who may need to come back through pit lane for a little bit of extra juice in the tank.
I wish there was some way that we could know that.
I wish we could have that sort of data, Jim. That'd be great.
I mean, none of this pit stop strategy stuff that we've got actually really factors in real fuel, so we have no way of knowing that.
Well, we'll see if Avery comes in on this lap. No, he's going to go again. So, has he saved enough to get this Porsche to the end of the race? Or will he need one more stop and a splash and dash?
I meant to do this, and then I was going to do this and see.
We can't see what's on the dash.
No, but we can see her RPMs and stuff. And I wanted to see if she was lifting, if she appeared to be saving fuel.
Well, Avery's not. He is at full bore.
You know.
Lucia is at full bore. In fact, she's holding the revs, so she has got no fuel issues, it seems. Because with 3 minutes to go, why would you try and hold it out as much as possible?
So is that saying that he doesn't think he needs to pit?
It's either he doesn't. It's either he knows he has to and he's trying to build gap, or he doesn't have to. Because I don't think he could. If he was saving, he couldn't save enough.
I would argue that she is not dogging this car as hard as she could right now.
I think she is. Well, though, I think she's also probably just trying to keep the car on the road and keep it in the straight and narrow.
Maybe. I mean, who am I to say?
I'm
nowhere near as quick
behind her.
I'm nowhere near as
Well,
quick
she has
as
got
is.
Jed right behind her as well.
Oh, she does, huh?
And both of them had a very similar stop time. Avery's was actually 3 seconds longer.
Oh.
So did he take more fuel? Or...
And he pitted earlier, too, so that's...
Yeah, he pitted earlier.
Wow, okay.
That's even stranger. He's not coming in. He's going to stay out again. So I think he is committed to trying to get this car to the checkered flag.
Well, I didn't realize Jed was behind her.
Lap.
I didn't know.
Yeah.
This has turned into a hell of a battle
He has
here.
been chasing her down, has Jed Cotterman. Cars are exiting and running through pit lane. And Avery Hart continues on, trying to fuel save that car to the very end. Kane Crawford has got a minute and change left to go in this race. It'll be one more lap when he crosses the start-finish line. So Avery Hart will have to do one more lap of this race when he comes around. Does he have enough fuel on board to make it to the end? Because he's going to have to go a lap longer. Because I don't see Avery Hart passing him by the end of this lap.
You mean Kane?
Kane getting past Avery by the end of the lap, because Avery's halfway round and Kane's only just started. And there's only not even a 10 seconds difference in their lap times. There's no way he's going to chase him down and get back past him again. So, as Jed has just gone round
on the main
screen, and he's gone for the bus stop, it seems, for Jed Cotterman.
Oh,
a podium
Jed.
gone. And actually was at turn 5. He got loose through 5, tried to save it, caught the grass, and round she went.
Jed.
Luckily for Jed, he has 30 seconds between him and the next car for position. That is to Sean Green.
Yeah,
it's now dropped down to 10 seconds, but he is still within the fight for position. So Avery Hart is about to start his final lap. 1 lap to go for Avery here.
He's got a 19-second lead on her right now.
He's at built lead. He is built lead over Lucia.
Yeah. I mean, he literally could push that thing home at this point.
And when we head back to live, we'll see that Kane Crawford has only got a couple of corners left to go before he claims the race win here tonight with the GTPs. As he rockets that car around for the final time through the final corner. Hey, Kane Crawford will take home the race win here tonight for the GTPs and the overalls, with Tim Keane 13.8 seconds behind him. As he continues on forward, it'll be P2 for Tim tonight. Aaron Lewis will be home in P3. Wick Santiago looks to come home P4 ahead of Carlos Ruiz and Mike Nitti Jr., but they're yet to make the checkered flag, and there's still time for them to make a mistake. Daniel Nance at the moment on the bottom screen, our LMP2 leader, is coming up to claim victory tonight. Jed Cotterman has actually got a black flag on the last lap there, Jim, so that'll drop him off the
40
podium.
40 seconds, man.
Yeah, that'll drop him off the podium to Sean Green, and it'll drop him below Christian Ruiz.
Yeah.
So for Daniel Nance, it will be another LMP2 win, and it only extends his championship lead. And as we get up to the halfway point of the season next week, he's getting to the point now, Jim, where possibly by even round 8 or 9, he is already going to win the championship.
Yes.
He is in dominant form on board the LMP2. Avery Hart will take home the GTD Pro win. Christian Ruiz took home the Pro-Am win tonight for that class of car as well. So a solid victory for Avery on the road in those GTDs. Lucia will take home the
Oh,
podium
big hit. Who was that?
as Greg Stool has just gone off the road at the final
Oh,
corner.
my gosh, it was.
And he hasn't even made the checkered flag yet. That car is absolutely destroyed. He's got to cross the line, Jim, because if he doesn't, although he'll still be classified P3 actually, because he actually made it further into the race than what Nathaniel Fryman did. So he is about to finish this race with a meatball.
He has no engine. There was no engine on that car.
No.
Oh, my gosh.
What an end to that race.
Look at that. No engine whatsoever.
I know. It's ridiculous.
I mean, I've never seen it knock the engine off of a car before. I got to go.
Well, the engine's there.
Is it?
But it's taking off the engine cover.
No. Where's the engine?
Jim, it's a mid-engine car.
No, it should be right
behind.
Right there.
No, it's a mid-engine car, Jim.
Okay.
It's mid-engine.
Either way.
It's not rear engine.
Well, that was mid. Just like you. You're mid.
Well, no, I'm not. One thing I will say, though, is, Jim, that race was not mid. That was a great race to the finish.
It was.
And Watkins Glen has delivered again in pressure built and quality racing as well.
Man,
we'll wait for the drivers to come in for the interviews. We can only give them probably 5 minutes to join. Otherwise, we're going to have to wrap it up.
Let's go ahead and do the results. All right, here, let me do this. Hold on. Don't
the finishing results are as follows. Kane.
I'm going to clear this up for you. Get all this. There you go. Nice and pretty.
This is how they have been classified at the end of it. Kane Crawford has taken the win for the GTPs ahead of Tim Keenan, Aaron Lewis, Wig Santiago, Mike Nitti Jr. Carlos Ruiz left in the lead lap as well. Daniel Nance takes the win for the LMP2s ahead of Michael Smith, Greg Stuhl, Nathaniel Fryman, and John Esparta. Avery Hart wins it for the GTD Pros ahead of Lucia Tosi. To Sean Green on the podium for the GTD Pros. Kenneth Glodden separated them. Christian Ruiz has taken the win for the GTD Pro-Ams ahead of Jed Cotterman, who got given his penalty for having a black flag on the last lap. Sean Connors then for the top 18 cars on the road ahead of John Weinrich, Jacob Gruber, Jason Lepan, Chris Coy, Cameron DeMonk, Donald Powell, and Liam Habul. Daniel Pino never got this race started in the end, unfortunately for them. We are getting some drivers into the interview room, which is good to see. I'm just double checking. Yep, okay, cool. That's fine. I can check that, mention that after. We'll start out, though, with our GTD Pro winner in Avery Hart this evening, who's taken home a very impressive win. Avery, congratulations. Race win for yourself tonight in the GTDs and the GTD Pros as well. We thought maybe there might have been some fuel saving needed because you came in 2 laps before Lucia and Jed. Were you fuel saving across that stint, or were you confident the whole way you could get the car home?
I was I was fuel saving quite a bit after Jacob spun out, and sucks that happened to him, but after that happened, I just started fuel saving lap after lap. And I was surprised I even went into the pits that early, 2 laps down from Tosia. And then even then for the last stint, I mean, I was fuel saving almost every lap, I think until the last 4 laps.
Yeah, well, we saw you on those last few laps. We actually rode on board with you for a period. You were full push, so we thought, you're either confident you can get the car home or you're trying to build gap and pit maybe at the very last second, but it worked out for you well. It's another race win for you here at the Glen. We're at the halfway point of the season now, 5 rounds to go.
And you're on a winning streak.
Over these first 5 rounds. You're on a winning streak. Over these first 5 rounds, I've got a very... we can classify it as a hard question. It's 2-parter. A, do you think there's anything you can improve upon based on these first 5 rounds? And then B, how do you think you can best apply those changes to the next 5 rounds of the season?
That is a good question. I would have to probably start with driving safer would probably be number 1. And the reason why I'm saying that is because, tonight's race, I only had 1 incident. Right. So, I was able to keep it clean for majority of the race, and, look where that landed me. And I wasn't really pushing the car, fuel saving and lifting and coasting around a lot of the corners and bends, and that kept me alive, which was thankful. Right. So I think moving forward, especially going into the second half of the season, I need to keep that in mind. And, luckily I did have pace for in quali, which was an insane lap. I've never put down something that fast before on Watkins, so that was surprising. But I think moving forward, to just keep it clean and keep pushing.
You're doing an incredible job this season, Avery. Congratulations on the race win. Is there anyone you wish to give a shout out to?
Yeah, I want to give a shout out to High Point for putting this league together, the admins and the great staff and admins that handle everything, and B, you guys for putting on a show here, and then 3 of the remaining drivers in the league. Everyone's a phenomenal driver, and it's great to see everyone improve week after week.
Thank you so much. Avery Hart, congratulations. P1 on the road tonight for the GTD Pro Class and the GTDs overall. Best of luck next week out at Circuit of the Americas.
Thank you. Take it easy, guys.
Thank you, you too. Next up, we have our LMP2 winner here tonight, who is a man that has built about a championship's worth of points between him and P2 in the championship. At the moment, it is Daniel Nance. Daniel, congratulations. Another race win for yourself here tonight in the LMP2 class, getting crucial points once again. I mentioned the first half of this season, you've built up some mammoth points across the piece. You come into now the next half of the season where if you can continue on this run, you're very likely going to get to maybe round 8 or 9 and you would have already won the championship. I mean, you're in such strong form. You could probably take a few weeks off if there's a couple of tracks you don't like. But you are continuing this role. With that in mind, are you contemplating taking a few races off now you've got this good buffer, or do you think it's better that you continue this run and continue in form to then not put yourself under more pressure by having, those 2 races in hand that you can give up points?
Well, I would feel like for the championship that the next few races I'll definitely be racing, and because you never know if family stuff can get in the way, or things that happen, so you never know if you can do every race anyway.
Oh, that's a good point.
That's a very good point. Yeah, very, very good point. Good run tonight, obviously, Watkins Glen. It's a track that a lot of these drivers have had a lot of laps at. Across the first half of this season, obviously, you've been very strong. Do you think there's been anything you could have improved upon, though, across these first 5 rounds, and maybe you can implement that into the next half of the season?
Probably just consistency, and sometimes learning the track beforehand a little bit, practicing. And that's really just the basis of how I learn some of the tracks that I'm good at.
I think
you kind of frightening to think if you actually practice.
I know. They wouldn't have a chance, would they?
I know. Right? Look, man, I'm going to tell you this, okay? And this is as much of a compliment as I can give you. When I go to pull you up for the race footage here while we're interviewing you, and there's not one single highlight of you passing anybody the entire night because you were ahead of them the whole time. The only highlight I had was you passing a GTP car. That says a lot about the drive that you had tonight. So,
thanks.
I mean, you just beat them down, man. Congratulations.
Well, Daniel, before we let you go, is there anyone that you wish to give a shout out to this evening?
Just friends and family, and for Carlos and the other guys for giving me a chance, and everybody else a chance to have fun in this league and just race as hard as we can.
Well, thank you so much, Daniel, for coming to have a chat to us. Best of luck next week out at Coda, and congratulations on your race win here this evening.
Thanks.
Thank you. Well, Jim, we haven't got our GTD Pro-Am winner or our GTP winner in the booth here tonight, so that's going to bring us up for a wrap pretty swiftly.
Yeah.
Next week, Circuit of the Americas. Kane's in there.
Oh, he popped in. Look at him. There he goes.
Yep.
All right.
Let's have a quick chat to him. Kane, congratulations. Race win on the board for you. here tonight out at Watkins Glen. It was a dominant win in the end. How are you feeling after that one? How did you find Watkins, and how did you feel traversing the traffic? We saw a very hairy moment where a GTD car didn't hold their line through turn 4, and that nearly ended in carnage for you. How was it, though, as a whole for you across the race?
Yeah, it was good. Thanks. Yeah, it was like a bit of a messy race on my part. There's a couple, like you said, area moments. Couple of times I had to go on the brake, do evasive maneuvers. But yeah, no, overall pretty well. The bus stop caught me. I don't know if you caught that on camera. Caught me at one point. Like the last, I don't know, the last left of the bus stop. It totally kicked me up and made me do a spin. But yeah, just lack of practice, silly mistakes.
Now, obviously, Watkins, it's really a racetrack of two halves. There's bad spots to try and get past the traffic, and then there's good spots to get past the traffic. Next week at Coda, it's going to be a very similar case. How are you feeling, or have you got any inkling of how you think that race may go going out to Coda next week and trying to have 3 different classes of car racing around there?
So kind of like this week, I reckon it'll be a bit of a busy one on the weekend, so I won't be able to get much practice. Yeah, just I don't know. I just show up and see how it goes, honestly. And it's the first couple of races I think didn't go too well, but these last couple I've been getting lucky, I guess.
Well, you probably have a ton of laps around this track, as most experienced iRacers do. This is an extremely popular track. How's your experience at Coda? Do you have a lot of laps there as well, or?
I'm not very good with with the names. Which is a different name?
Circuit of the Americas.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's actually probably my least favorite tracks. I haven't done as many laps on that as Watkins, but yeah, I'll see how it goes.
Well, that'll make it challenging for you.
Yeah.
Well,
it should be a good crack.
I mean, you definitely turned in a dominating performance tonight. I'll tell you, just like I told Daniel Nans, man, when I went to look for a highlight of you, there's not a highlight out there of you passing anyone the entire race because you were in the lead the entire time. So that's a good sign as far as putting a butt whipping on them tonight. You did a good job, and so congratulations.
Thanks.
Yeah. Anybody you want
cheers, man.
Anybody you want to shout out to while we have you in here?
Yeah, I mean, my parents were birthdays. That's pretty much it.
There you go. All right. Well, congratulations again, and hopefully we'll see you again next week.
All right, man. Have a good one.
Yeah, you too. Oh, he cracks me up at he's you can tell he's not comfortable doing interviews at all, and he's really fast, which is funny.
I think he's getting more and more comfortable the more he does it, which is good to see. But
well, it's like Pino. Look how far he's come, man.
Yeah.
My gosh, man.
I know.
All right, so that's a wrap.
Well, that'll wrap us up for tonight. Thank you all for watching once again. Next week we are out at Circuit of the Americas for the next round of the High Point Racing IMSA Championship. It'll be round 6. We go racing next time out on circuit with all the GTPs, LMP2s, and GTDs on circuit once again. A massive thank you to our stream sponsors, of course, DRE Digital Race Engineer, as well as Track Cams by Gourmet, as well to all the series sponsors too for helping get them on circuit. If you're watching for the first time and you've been here for a little while and you haven't done so already, hit the like button and subscribe, the bell icon too, so you're notified whenever we go racing on the channel. Next up on the docket for your weekend, the I2I Craftsman Truck Series returns once again. I think you're still back this week, aren't you, Jim?
I am.
Me and you again.
We also have Sunday night the Heart to Heart 10th season for Heart to Heart Racing, starting with us Sunday night. NASCAR trucks as well. So yeah, got some new things ramping up as the getting ready to start the new year. Some of these are just starting up now, and some are going to start in a few weeks. And yep, it's all getting going again.
It's all getting up and running once again. But thank you guys so much for watching with us here on Motormouth Broadcasting for High Point Racing once again as well. I've been Hamish Runner with Jim Cunningham alongside. Appreciate your time, appreciate your efforts being here with us and taking time out of your lives and out of your days to join us here too. We hope to see you next time here on Motormouth Broadcasting. But until then, stay safe, drive hard, and as always, bye for now.